All right. Now here we are doing MDN web docs, getting started with the web. I've been going through this one a little bit. This one's going to be a lot more detailed in the introduction of the thing. Like so far with the code words, it's just been straight JavaScript right off the bat. With Free Code Camp, it's just a weird way of doing things. It's just a way of doing things where it doesn't explain things. It's just straight. It's like feeding you to the wolves, but just a simulation of it, like easy mode feed you to the wolves. And then MDN just skips over the planning and the, not MDN, but W3 School skips over the planning and the things you need to know before you know HTML, you know, like structure and whatnot. So this one's going to take care of that. So let's just get into it right now. Getting started with the web. So getting started with the web is a concise series introducing us to the practicalities of web development. We're going to set up the tools that we need to construct a simple web page and and publish our own simple code. So this is the story of our first website. It's a lot of work to create a professional website. So if we're new to web development, we are getting encouraged to start small. It'll take a while to build the next Facebook right away, but it is easy enough to make our own simple websites online. So that's where we're going to start. As for the guides, by working through the articles listed below, we're going to go from nothing to getting our first web page online. So let's begin. First, we're going to work on installing basic software because when it comes to tools for building a website, there's a lot to pick from. If we're just starting, we might be confused by the array of code editors, frameworks, and testing tools out there. In this article, we're going to be shown the step-by-step how to install the software we need to begin some basic web development. So what our website's going to look like, before we start writing code for the website, we're going to need to plan it first, and that is very important. What information are we showcasing? What fonts and colors are we using? Here we're going to outline a simple method that we can follow to plan out our site's content and design. Okay. So now we're going to be dealing with files. A website consists of many files: text content, code, style sheets, media content, and so on. When we're building a website, we need to assemble these files into a sensible structure to make sure they can talk to one another. This article explains how to set up a sensible file structure for our website and what issues we should be aware of. All right. So then we're going to learn about HTML basics. HTML means HyperText Markup Language, and it's the code that we use to structure our web content and give it meaning and purpose, of course. It's so important. It gives us our meaning. Okay, MDN. For example, is my content a set of paragraphs or a list of bullet points? Do we have images inserted on our page? Do we have a data table? Without overwhelming us, this article will provide enough information to make us familiar with HTML. All right. So now we're doing CSS basics. So cascading style sheets is the code that we're going to use to style the website. For example, do we want the text to be black or red? Where should the content be drawn on the screen? What background images and colors should be used to decorate the website? And in this article, we're going to go through what we need to get started. Okay. And then for JavaScript basics, JavaScript is the programming language that we use to add interactive features to our website. Some examples could be games, things that happen when buttons are pressed or data is entered in forms, dynamic styling effects, animation, and much more. In this article, we're going to get an idea of what's possible with this exciting language and how to get started. All right. And we're also going to be publishing our sample code. So once we have finished writing the code and organizing it, once we have finished writing the code and organizing the files that make up the website, we need to put it all online so people can find it. This article describes how to get our simple sample code online with minimal effort. All right. So how the web works. When we access our favorite website, a lot of complicated things happen in the background that we may not know about. True. Here, we're going to outline what happens when we view a web page on our computer. Okay, and then we've got some see also stuff, but I think we can see it later. I guess so we're going to the first one. We're going to installing basic software. So now we're on this one, and we'll see you next time.